Hello everyone and welcome to UCC News Hub from Yana Studios. In this video, I, Kwame, will be taking you through how to calculate for your CGPA and GPA itself as well. CGPA and GPA are two different terms when it comes to your grading, right? Firstly, I'll differentiate between GPA and CGPA. Then afterwards, I'll take you through how to calculate for your GPA and your CGPA as well. So when you talk about GPA, GPA stands for Grade Point Average, and CGPA, as we have there, stands for Cumulative Grade Point Average. Cumulative Grade Point Average, right? The meaning for GPA is the average grades that you get in one term, and the meaning for the CGPA, as the name says, cumulative. So it's all the CGPAs that you've gotten in multiple semesters. That's what they've combined to give you your CGPA. The CGPA is cumulative, so we have multiple semesters, combining them and dividing by the number of semesters that we've got. So when you open your portal, student portal, you go to statement of result. You see, once your results are released, you see these 2 points here. I mean the GPA and the CGPA right under the course that you did, your statement of result, right? For your first semester, those in level 100, your CGPA and GPA will be the same because you've not done much of the semesters. So your first semester result will be the same as um, that's the GPA will be the same as the CGPA, right? You will see the difference here, just like I'm having here, this being different from this. That's the GPA and the CGPA not being the same. But for you, definitely it's going to be the same because you've done only one semester. So let's go on and let me take you through how to do this calculation. So to calculate for your CGPA at the University of Cape Coast, you first have to convert your grade into points, right? You have to convert your grade into points. In doing so, you have to check with a grade point. So here in UCC, if you get between, when you are scoring between 100 and 80, then you are getting a grade of A, right? If you are scoring between 100 and 80, you are getting a grade of A, which gives you a grade point of 4.0. And if you are scoring between 75 to 79, gives you B plus. 70 to 74 gives you B. Then 65 to 69 gives you C plus. That kind of thing. And we have with its equivalent grade point right here. So if you know you're getting anything within this range, then this becomes your grade. Then here is your grade point. Then we have one important thing that you will be needing, that's the credit hours, which also affect your grade point, your credit hour. So whatever course that you are taking is having some credit hours allocated to it, whether either 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, and it ends at 3. That's the maximum, right? So, and it ends at D. If you get anything below D, it means you have failed. You are failing, right? So anything below this means you are failing, and you are getting a grade point of 0.0, right? 0 times this credit hour is going to give you 0. Means you failed. To convert, you have to multiply the credit hours that we were having up there, this credit hours here, with this one, which is going to give you your grade point itself. So we have here GP, that's your grade point, and this is your grade. That's what we have here, and we have your credit hours, right? So if you are checking from the statement of result and you have IC, it doesn't mean um you didn't do the work or something. So you check from it says with faculty, it means the results haven't been released yet. So once they release the result, this will go, and your grade that's allocated for the score that you had will be replaced. IC means incomplete assessment, right? So let me take you here. Let me show you this thing. So you see, we have A, and we know that A is going to give you a grade point of um 4.0, right? So you multiply the point with this 3, which will give you this grade point here. That's 12, right? So we are getting 4.0. So 3 4 is going to give you 12. This is B and this is B, but we are not getting the same value. So here it was what makes it very important that you're supposed to take the 3 credit hour course. Is very serious. If the credit hour is only 1, it doesn't really affect your grade. I mean your GPA, hence affecting your CGPA that much if it's a 3 credit hour course. So you see, we are having a 2 credit hour course here, and I'm getting B for this one. So with this grade B, is if you multiply this, I mean when you convert it to the point, that's 3, you multiply 3 by 2, you are going to get 6. And it's the same 3 that you are getting here. But if you multiply this 3 by this 3, you are getting 9. Hence, it tells you the value it carries. This credit hours carries attached to whatever course that you are taking. So to calculate, then you are supposed to multiply the 3 credit hours that we are having here by the grade point, right? Grade point of B is giving us 3.0, and the grade point of C is giving us 2.0. So you multiply, then we get the equivalent grade point right there. Once we get that, then you come back to the portal. So let's look at this one. After you sum everything that you have here, that's after multiplying the grade point, I mean your point here by the credit hours and getting this GP, that's a grade point that you got here. When you divide this grade point by the total credit hours here, you are going to get what we call the GPA, grade point average. You sum all this up, you sum this, you are going to get this total here, then you divide. So when you divide the total grade points by the credit hours, we are going to get what we call the GPA. We are going to get what we call the GPA. Yeah. We will sum the total point, that's the GP, and the total credit hours. Then we will divide. So dividing, we are going to obtain what we call the GPA. And you being in your first semester, you are only going to have GPA with, I mean, the same grade point for both GPA and CGPA. So if we take this result sheet that we've got here, taking this grade point here, if we take 76.5 divided by 24, we are going to get this GPA, that's 3.1875, right? This is what we are going to get. Let's calculate for the CGPA. So taking the CGPA, there are previous results, because I think this is for level 200, right? Meaning level 200 second semester. Hence, there are already 3 semesters that they've done. So taking this result, we have to sum the GPAs, right, from this semester and this previous semesters. You have the sum of the 4 semesters all right here. Then we divide by the number of semesters that we've added. So if you are in level 100 second term, and I mean your results are in, you are going to have the 2 GPAs added divided by 2. So once you divide, you are going to get what we call the cumulative grade point average, that is the CGPA. Once you get to this side, then it's left with the last section of it, that's you checking where you belong to. That's your class level. So using the example we use throughout this guide, we will be using this CGPA here to find a class. Firstly, if you are within this range, that's 3.6 to 4.0, then you belong to the first class. And it follows from 3.0 to 3.5, you belong to the second class upper. Then second class lower start from 2.5 to 2.9, and it continues from there to third class and the pass. You get anything below 1.0, you failed. You get anything below 1.0, you failed. Right. So this is how to calculate for your GPA and your CGPA in the University of Cape Coast.